What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. I'm sorry for putting out this content so late, but I was running around all day dealing with news about the missiles, dealing with Hunter Biden shilling his NFTs on the Twitter space, but I'm here now. In today's video, I'm going to go over the general crypto market. I'm also going to talk about the general macroeconomics, not to do with cryptocurrency. And I am going to be talking about how much Bitcoin is leaving exchanges. Followed up by that, I am going to show you part of an interview and go over the interview where Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank was point blank asked, if Sam came to you right now with a completely different crypto venture, would you or would you not invest into his crypto venture? And as per Kevin O'Leary, and I'm going to play that portion of the clip, he says, yes, he would invest in Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto venture because he says failed ventures or people that fail in ventures are great to reinvest in when they come up with another venture. And he stressed that he would give him trading privileges, but not operational privileges. So he would control the operations, Kevin O'Leary. He also made it a point to say that Sam Bankman-Fried is a very rare 1% genius, and he understands cryptocurrency like no one else. I think I don't agree with that statement, but I'll let you be the judge of it. If this is something that you would enjoy or find entertaining for the next 8 minutes or so, definitely sit back, relax, grab a coffee. I don't have a coffee, I'll grab a water. And while you're here, please like, share, and subscribe because I'm trying to build out this channel. Without further ado, let's get right into it. This is the general crypto market. If you go a little bit lower, you see that the crypto market is right around that 850 billion. At one point, the crypto market was trading closer to 800 billion. So I'm glad that we were able to get a little bit of an uptick. The percent is up 1% for the day. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours was $63 billion, which is 25% less in trading volume. Now, less trading volume doesn't necessarily mean worse, or more trading volume doesn't necessarily mean better. It all depends, are people buying or selling? And of the amount that's being traded, a measly 3.93 billion, on par with the 5 to 10% of all trading volume, is done by DeFi. Now, I wanted to read you a really cool article about DeFi. This article is saying DeFi protocols are winning as users of central crypto exchanges suffer Ether outflows. So besides for Ether, also Bitcoin, I'll show you in just a moment, and a lot of other cryptocurrencies are leaving central exchanges, specifically American central exchanges or unregulated central exchanges, not just in America, but any country that it's unregulated, and they're going to other exchanges, a lot of Canadian exchanges like a Kraken, or as per Kevin O'Leary, BitBuy. And BitBuy is like the oldest Canadian exchange. As per Kevin O'Leary, he did say that not only him, but a lot of other people, a lot of rich people are also moving to the most regulated cryptocurrency market, which happens to be Canada, where there's actually regulation to these crypto exchanges. Kevin O'Leary said that he doesn't use cold storage because he has a shit ton of compliance and this is just not going to work. And he needs an exchange. He said he's never putting his money in unregulated exchanges again. He's definitely leaving the United States when it comes to cryptocurrency until there is going to be more regulations, which is very, very interesting what he's saying. And I'm sure that a lot of people feel the same. I was reading an article where, people that are really rich, like 20 billionaires, were touched with what happened with FTX. So yeah. If you look at the Bitcoin balances on all central exchanges, by the way, this is on CoinGlass. You guys could check whatever you want. As you can see, there's a really, really big outflow from Coinbase Pro, from Binance. Bitfinex went up a little bit. Gemini went down. Kraken went down. BitMEX went down. And a bunch of different exchanges went down. If you're going to look at this chart right here, the green is the balances, while the yellow is the actual price of Bitcoin. And as this thing started happening, this is what you could see right here. Let me try to zoom in right here. Boom, right here. You could see this is right when this started happening at the end of October. And this is when shit hit the fan right here in November. And all of a sudden, the price of Bitcoin went down and followed. It started going up. And as it started going up, all of a sudden, people started withdrawing from exchanges. Boom, right here. And exchanges, people are selling off. And as Bitcoin price goes up, the exchanges are not going up, the balances on exchanges. I do think for cryptocurrency as a whole, for DeFi as a whole, this is probably a really good thing and not a bad thing. We're going to see where everything falls at the end, But, we just need to be able to dodge the bullet. And maybe this is going to reinvigorate the entire market. Maybe this is going to bring us some really good regulations, so on and so forth. I'm going to be talking about the Kevin O'Leary interview right now. I'm not going to play you the whole interview, just the clip where he says that he would invest in Sam Bankman-Fried. But let me give you an abridged version of what he was saying. Kevin O'Leary said that cryptocurrency, in his opinion, is not going away. He says that cryptocurrency is in the bottom right now. It did bottom out, but he was very specific that there's going to be a shit ton of liquidations that are going to happen, and that's going to be like the final bottom. He said he's going to be pushing like crazy in Washington, and all of his friends are as well, for more crypto regulations. He said himself and a lot of other of his friends, his millionaire friends, are writing off the entire investment that they had with Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX. And like I said, he is moving his money over to Canada, which is the most regulated situation right now. He goes on to talk about what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried actually called Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary confirmed that Sam Bankman-Fried needed $8 billion. He said that a sovereign wealth fund, like Middle Eastern families that have a shit ton of money, for them, $8 billion is literally nothing. It's a joke. He said he was trying to get him financing, and they were going back and forth. And then Gary Gensler went on the news. He had an interview, and on the interview, he said, we're going to be cracking down like crazy, and we're going to do more regulations. And then all of a sudden, the sovereign wealth fund says, hey, we're not dealing with this. We can't deal with regulations because they have a lot of money invested in like S&P 500, NASDAQ, and like publicly traded companies. So they said, we're not doing this. And as you can see, this is what's happening right now with Sam Bankman-Fried. Gary Gensler, very, very interesting. The other day, as Gary Gensler is actually on the news, I showed you guys a tweet that the senator from Minnesota says, hey, or the congressman, I'm sorry, from Minnesota says, hey, it's funny that you're on the news. However, my office is getting a lot of reports that you were trying to monopolize Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX and pass regulations that only he would be able to comply with. So, and this is being investigated. A lot of people, including myself, are questioning what Gary Gensler is doing and why was he doing this reactive instead of proactive. And a lot of people are saying, hey, you had so many meetings with Sam Bankman-Fried. We want to see the minutes of the meeting. And I think this is, normal. I think this is honest. And I think there's nothing wrong with asking to see the actual meeting minutes. Guys, I'm going to play you the clip of Kevin O'Leary where he literally says that Sam Bankman-Fried is the top 1% and that he actually would invest in Sam Bankman-Fried if he came back to him. I don't want to put words in his mouth, and that's why I want to play you that quick. It's like a 1-minute clip. Before I go any further, the PPI, Producer Price Index, that's like the business inflation, the wholesale inflation came in at 8%. It is going down month over month. And inflation is starting to become under control, the macro environment. The CPI, Consumer Price Index, actually came in lower than expected. It was supposed to be 7.9. We got 7.7. That was last week. Again, inflation is starting to get under control. I'm not saying inflation is gone. I'm just saying that in the macro economy, we are getting a little bit of good news, which means in the next Federal Open Market Committee, we might get a 50 basis points instead of 75 basis points, or the meeting after that, so on and so forth. If not for this fiasco, many people, including myself, believe that Bitcoin would be at the very least at $25,000. What saved the total collapse of cryptocurrency is the macro conditions of the environment right now. If inflation keeps going down, if interest rates are not going to be going through the roof, right? It's going to be under control. Maybe, just maybe, cryptocurrency can survive. With that said, let me play you the clip of this video.
If SPF knocked on your door again and said, look, I failed in my last venture. I have a new crypto venture. I need money. Would you back?
That's a great question who's asking again. I think we can all admit, you can love him or hate him given what's happened, but he was one of the most brilliant traders in the crypto universe. He also built one of the most robust platforms. We used FTX actively. It was a very robust platform that allowed us to get information on a compliant basis. So I really like what he built.
Would you back him?
The answer would be yes.
Guys, and there you have it. Kevin O'Leary himself says that he would invest in Sam Bankman-Fried's venture in cryptocurrency if he were to come to him and he's not arrested or he gets out of jail. I think that's a very bad investment, but it is what it is. Kevin O'Leary is worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. What the heck do I know? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Get your money off of exchanges. If you don't know how to, I do have these 2 videos where I'm literally showing you how to use Atomic Wallet and Trust Wallet. Just click on one of these videos right here. It is super easy to use decentralized finance. I'm going to be doing a lot more how-to videos. Start with these 2. Thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe.